Let you see through the crowd when the room is screaming out. There's only one sound, here and now. Now, let you see through the haze.
Hello from Penedes. Today we are in the heart of the Anoia River Valley, visiting Raventos and Blanc. We're going to learn about the history of sparkling wine here in Catalunya. Flame on!
There's only one place, here and now. All we need is closer than it's ever been. Wherever we
Marcel, the name is Blanc, okay? And we grow here two autochthon, two autochthon varieties, white varieties, Xarel·lo and Macabeu.
People just keep moving around, trying to find a place in the sun, laying their towels and their troubles down. When you feel like the day's too long, nowhere to hide, nowhere you belong, put your hand down, feel the heavens.
Well, the name of the parcel is Clos del Sadurni. Clos means close.
Yeah, close.
And the name of the sparkling that we grapes, Manuel.
I know that better than anyone, because my darling, it's the rain you love. It'll always be raining in this song.
Okay, it's a small production,
yeah.
And this variety is Xarel·lo.
Xarel·lo.
And the grapes of Xarel·lo are not bigger, a medium size.
Well, so far the tour's been great. It's and I mean, how can you not fall in love with the landscape?
Every year we pick this parcel by hand, all the employees of the company.
Yeah?
Like a party. Okay?
Oh yeah?
Yes, to collaborate, to make more stronger the team.
Yeah.
If you want, I'll sell you a life story about a man who's had like a head with his past on.
We obtain the second quality of mosto produced, and we sell this part. We don't use for our wine. It's like press work up to 0.6 hours.
So that.
This machine to label is only for wine, but for fill models, that machine can fill the wine models and the sparkling models. If we fill wine models, we close with a cork.
Okay, we're gonna close.
And label in the last machine. But if we are bottling sparkling, we add the sugar and more yeast, and this machine closes the bottle of sparkling with this system. Piece of plastic and this crown cap with the take the watch. This take the settings, okay? You can appreciate the settings.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. without semen.
Yes.
I think I make a good job because I don't lose a lot of sparkling.
Right.
If you don't make well, you can lose a lot, or you can mix the semen, and it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
And now,
He's a professional.
okay, finish. The time of aging, we need to clarify. Okay, here. Okay. All the semen is in. Without mixing.
Yeah.
Not mixing. Not agitating. Okay. We use this system for our young products. Okay?
It's in my opinion, because this is very personal. You can smell here the white, a little of white flowers. And in the country, when we taste finca, it's different. It's the aroma from aging. It's different. Here it's different. This is more Macabeo personality, and no, this white flower is very characteristic. Little citric also. In the mouth, I think it's nice. But the explosion is of carbon dioxide is low, and because in 18 months it's enough to it's well integrated. With 9 months, no, but with 18 months it's well integrated, and that is fresh. It's not a big volume, but for aperitif it runs. And this is my opinion, and that's what I was thinking when we think and we decided how to blend the different wines from the year. For Loreo, for Danit, for Finca, it's very important to think which is the idea, the end idea, adapted to the wines of every year. It's different.
And you get, I mean, obviously, you have like the white flowers, but also kind of like on the palate, it's like a white fruit as well.
Yes. In my opinion, it'd be interesting to design 18 to 70. It's not a problem. We can 18 because to increase the number of viticulture that I'm interested to be in Conca Anoia. That means organic, and we pay at higher price, but the requirement of the viticulture must be also higher. But it takes time.
Yeah.
We buy this 20% now, and then our supplier of the viticulture, they agree with this. There's no problem that they accept to be in the regulation. The question is if other sellers join our idea. I think it takes time. For Recaredo, they can do if they want. They can do. The problem is that my generation, Recaredo, is 5 years older than me. Tomata father worked with my father creating cava. I have never worked with him. I am an agricultural engineer, enologist, but I work with tomatoes and then develop companies. I come back in '86 with my father to create Blanc, but not Tomata. He's from Sant Sadurni. He works with my father developing the cava concept and it's not easy for Tom Mata father to change.
Yeah.
Tom son is friend for my son. I think Tom son is easy, but the other generation, and also his Tom Mata father and his brother, no, his cousin. There are two. It's not easy. But I have problems with the change. With Conca, I have problems in Sant Sadurni in the cafe, in the central square, because the cafe, the man that is there is friend for me at school when we were 10 years old. And when I'm in Sant Sadurni and I have a cup of coffee and say, Manuel, I am not agreeing with you. You are against cava, against Sant Sadurni. I am not against cava. Cava is fantastic, but I am not cava. I am not against Sant Sadurni. I stay in Sant Sadurni. I invest here. We are creating value in Sant Sadurni. You have to change, because in Sant Sadurni you are happy with cava, okay, and then you can happy also with Conca and another project. Yeah. But it takes time. They need to over the mind.
Yeah, open their mind. Well, and change is hard for everybody.
And also for it takes time. I am sure that I will not see the Conca del Rio Anoia Castillo. I will die. I like before. Here, 5% more or less from monastery.
Okay.
Before we achieve this, a lot of you know, 10 years ago or 2 years ago was a war here in the Penedes between Codorniu and Freixenet. If you then use Pinot Noir, they planned this was not allowed, and the other one. And then talking with my son Pepe, we have not culture about Pinot Noir here. And then we planted 2 hectares in the top for Pinot Noir. And after 4 years, then 3,000 bottles 1 year. It takes more time. Yeah. Another year 3,000, and then another year 3,000. Then we had 3 tirage from 3,000 bottles each year. Yeah. From a blend with Pinot Noir. In 3 years we have not learned how to develop, in our opinion, a nice cava, was at the moment, with Chateau, with Pinot. And during this time, we recovered our monastery that we sold to Segura Viudas, because we don't produce red wine here. Yeah. Then we sold the monastery to Segura Viudas. Hey, we have this wine, the vineyard of why we try also to develop our rosé sparkling with our monastery. Well, and we improve. And well, we see this. This for us, this was more interesting than the other blend with Pinot Noir. Yeah. Then we stop with Pinot Noir, and we start our denit with this 5% of monastery. We sold the 3 tirage, the 9,000 bottles for catering to recover the cost. Yeah. But with not with of the champagne in Spain. Then it's I found this book in the house. When I sold the house, I go up in the last floor, and it was
it in a library?
I think my father and my grandfather they have never seen this book.
In the attic.
And this is a book for my great grandfather. And they use this is not another book. This is nothing I have studied. It's nothing. But then this is during the siesta. If I am alone, then I take time. This is very important. Inventari General, and I remember this was the day that died José Raventos. And then this is very important, because in this date, his son Manuel Raventos made an inventory. Fincas urbanas, houses in the town in Sant Sadurni. There are the houses, the Car Hospital, Hospital Street, Sant Antoni Street. Can Codorniu, this is the house, 6 cellar, and vineyards, and with the valuation that, and the signature of Manuel Raventos, of my great grandfather, with some commentaries. This is assets. It's also assets. That's stocks. This is very important, because this is Mistelas, was the business at the moment, 108,000 pesetas. Sparklings, total value 12,000, just improvement, just starting with this.
Let you see through the smoke when you thought you'd lost hope. There's only one thing to know. All we need closer than it's ever been. Wherever we go.
And he buy Raimat and he start a new idea in Raimat. And he said, and he write this. I think he write for his sons, but in my opinion they have never read that because they talk about the idea and his idea about Raimat, but my English is not enough to translate this. But and then he said that my idea is my idea, but you have to do your idea, not my idea. I give you some ideas, but your idea is important because you have to do what you think, not what I think. Yeah. But and say, Can Codorniu, it's a business, it's the sparkling wine. No tinc molt negoci. It's not a nice business. I have not received big results, but it's an exit. I have achieved my goal. Okay. But that means the profit is not the goal. The goal is to position the brand. Yeah. And he said
he felt like he accomplished that, and it was time for something new.
All my life is to that, and then the profit is important, but it's very important. What do you think about the brand, and how do you position the brand?
The reputation.
Well, excuse
Mr. Raventos, thank you so much for the visit and your hospitality. A wonderful lunch and for the history.
Thank you very much for your time.
And of course.